Hi folks, this is question 10 and it's the last question in paper 1. So the first part gives you a basic cylinder there and you just have to use the formula pi r squared h, and you'll find that in the log tables. So just be careful, they don't give you the radius, they give you the diameter here, so you have to divide it by 2. So you have to do pi multiplied by 9 squared squared multiplied by 5, and when you put that in the calculator you should get 1272, and that's millimeter cubed. The next part you have to find the work out the volume of the metal in this ring. So we have to find out the volume of the middle part first. So if you just focus in on this bit in here and use the same formula again, so pi r squared h, so it'll be pi multiplied by radius, then will be 7 squared multiplied by height, which is still 5, and that should give you 770. And then we can do 1272 take away 770. So we should get 502 in the end. So that's the volume of the metal. So the metal would be the volume of the full cylinder, but take away the volume of the middle bit that's cut out, and the middle bit that's cut out was the 770. Right, so many gold rings are made of a mixture of pure gold and other metals. One particular ring weighs 8 grams. It contains 3 grams of pure gold. Work out the percentage of the weight of this ring that is pure gold. So it will be 3 out of 8, but then you want it as a percentage, so we multiply by 100. So we should get 37.5% there. So that's all you have to do. Right, this is a ratio question. It has 3 parts to the ratio. So 15 is to 4 is to 1. So we're working out the number of grams of pure gold in a pink gold ring. So if you do 15 plus 4 plus 1, so it's 15 shares is to 4 shares is to 1 share. So that's 15 plus 4 plus 1 is 20. So it's 20 shares that are being divided out in a ratio of 15, 4 and 1. So we let that be the total anyway. So that's 25 grams. One share would be 25 over 5, and 25 over 20, and that would just be 5 over 4. 7 is 5 over 4, so that's 1 share. So you have to work out the number of grams of pure gold then in it. So pure gold is the 15 shares, so we want 15 shares, and then so we multiply it by 15. So 15 multiplied by 5 over 4, and we get 56.25 grams. No, actually, I was looking at the wrong number. You should get 18.75. So divide down to get 1 share and multiply up to get numerous shares. So in this case you want 15 shares. So rose gold is made up of 75% pure gold, 22.25% copper and 2.75% silver. So express the ratio in its simplest form, so where they're all natural numbers. So it's 75 is to 22.25 is to 2.75. So what you have to realize here is that you don't multiply, you don't divide, because if you divide decimals anymore, you'll just get you just get more decimals. So you want each number to be a natural number, so you want every number to be a whole positive number. So you have to multiply by things. So if you can just try multiply by different things, as long as you multiply them all by the same thing, you're not changing the ratio. For example, 2 is to 1 is the same as 4 is to 2 is the same as 8 is to 4. So as long as you multiply by any number, so I'd suggest multiply by 2, multiply by 3, and then multiply by 4 will be the right one, I think. So if you multiply each of them by 4, you'll get 300. You get 89, and you'll get 11. And they're all natural numbers, so you might be able to spot there anyway. You have to get the 0.25, so to get the 0.25 up to 100 or up to 1 full, you have to multiply it by 4 anyway, and then this 0.75, by multiplying that by 4, you'll get it up to an even number as well. So that's it for that part. Right, part C. So you have to work out the cost of insuring the ring at 1800. So it costs 1800. So therefore, the first 1000, you'll have to multiply by 1%. So that'll be 100 anyway. No, sorry, 10. So 1% of 1000 is 10, and then the rest of it then will be another 800. So you've 1000 gone out of it, so you have to get another 800 then. So you do 800 multiplied by 2%, because you have to pay 2% on the next whatever it is, and you should get 16. So then we just add those two together, you get 26. So that's all for the first bit. Right, so here then, the insurance is this much. It's 142.80. So you'll definitely have had to pay the tenner anyway, because the tenner is on the first 1000. So first 1000 you'll have paid a tenner, but then on the next amount you'll have paid 132.80. So you'll definitely have paid 1000, but you'll have paid another amount then that you'll have been taxed the 132.80 on. So we need to work out that will be 2% of it. So 2% of it is that. So if we know 2% of it is that, we can divide by 2 and multiply by 100. So and that'll give us the amount up here then that was taxed. So divide by 2, multiply by 100, and you should get 6640. And then if we just add those two things together, it should give it to us. So we get 7640. That's all we have to do. Right, so for the last one then, so the brooch is valued at 17,500. The cost per year of insuring it is 435. So we know that we've on the first 1000 that it's worth, we'd have had to pay €10. But then on the next 9,000, you have to pay 2%. So 2% of 9,000 is 180. So we know we've paid those two anyway. Now there has to be, because 1,000 plus 9,000 is 10,000, but the brooch costs or is valued at 17,500. So there has to be an extra 7,500 there then. And then you also know the amount of extra tax or extra insurance you'd have paid, because you paid 10, you paid 180, but that only gives you 190, and you have to get up to 435, or what's the difference between 190 and 435? So that's 245. So this is all insurance. This is the value of it. And then we're looking for R, the rate of the insurance charged and the amount. So the R only applies to the last bit then, so it's yeah, so it's everything over. So it's only, so this is the amount then out of this much. So it's 245 out of 7500, and then to change it into a percentage, you just multiply it by 100, and you should get 3.3%. And that's it. That's all then for that question, and that's all for ordinary level paper 1.